Okay, you guys, so Johnathan Majors is getting exposed. So I don't know if you guys remember back in 2023, Johnathan Majors' girlfriend accused him of putting paws on her. Now, this alleged assault on girlfriend Grace Jabari ended with her having a cut behind her ear and bruises. Now, he was arrested in March of 2023, and the outcome was he really got away with it. So first of all, he was found guilty, okay, for misdemeanor assault and harassment, but he was acquitted on intentional assault in the 3rd degree and aggravated harassment in the 2nd degree. Now, he ended up getting probation because of all of this, and he had to complete a domestic violence intervention program. And the ex-girlfriend did file a civil suit, but she ended up settling this suit in November of 2024 with her dismissing the claims. So it was a lot of back and forth with his fans as to if he really did this or not. But now audio has surfaced of him admitting to actually putting paws on her. Take a listen.
I'm ashamed. I've never wrestled with a woman before. I mean, it's just, I've never aggressed. I aggressed. Like,
you strangled me and pushed me against the car.
Yeah, all those things are under aggressed.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's never happened to me. So
because I said something sarcastically, if in your eyes.
Clearly it's more than that.
Yeah.
Clearly
something inside of you.
Yeah, towards you.
So basically, he did exactly what she said he did, but he's already been convicted for what he's gotten convicted for, so it is what it is when it comes to the courts. But it's people out here that's still not buying it. They're wondering why this audio came out now, because this audio is a few years old. Some people believe it's because he has a new movie coming out very soon. I believe this movie comes out on the 21st of March. It's called Magazine Dream. This is really his first big movie since all the accusations and the charges came about. So this is kind of like his comeback moment. But y'all let me know, what do you think about this audio finally coming out of him admitting to putting paws on this woman? Y'all let me know what you think in the comments below. But moving on to the next story. Okay, you guys, so Dawn Robinson, who was a former member of the group En Vogue, really shocked her fans and the public when she revealed that she was living out of her car. Now, she revealed that she chose to live out of her car because she was having issues getting a place to stay. She claimed that her manager told her to come to LA, that he would take care of her, but he was having issues. I want you guys to take a listen.
You guys, for the past almost 3 years, I have been living in my car. I said it. Oh my God, it's out. I've been living in my car. Oh my gosh. If you remember, if you guys were with me, in 2020, I did like 105,000 interviews. And in the interim, I was living with my parents in Vegas. And that was wonderful until it wasn't. I love my mom, but she became very angry. And a lot of her anger she was taking out on me, and I was her target all the time. And I was like, I can't deal with this. Like, I respect her too much. Let me get out of here. And I was sleeping in my car for maybe about a month in Vegas. And then the guy that was co-managing me at the time was living in LA. And he said, you need to come back to LA. Okay. And he said that I could stay with him. And so I was like, okay. He's like, I don't have a lot of room, but I'll make room for you. And then when I got to his place, he actually didn't have room for me. So it turned into, okay, well, I'm going to put you in a hotel for the night. And that one night turned into 8 months. Oh, my God, you guys. Because every apartment that I looked at, every single time I looked at a place, I would call him and I'm like, okay, can you meet me here? I would tell him ahead of time, of course. And then he wouldn't meet me there until I would take video and send it to him. And he's like, no, oh my God, this neighborhood, I hate it. I mean, I felt like he was playing games, and I knew he was playing games, and I wasn't the one. I'm like, come on, I'm trying to make this easier on you because financially, I know it's got to be hard. You're paying your rent and you're paying my hotel. His apartment was $1,700 a month. And then my hotel was over $3,000. Yep. So, and I was always stressed every week because he would pay weekly for the hotel. So every week I was like, oh my God, can you afford it? Are you okay? And he's like, no, I can't, but I'm getting it together. What? You're the one who said to go to the hotel, and you're not approving any of the apartments. Like, it would be so much cheaper to just get me into an apartment. Like, what's the problem? And it's way cheaper than the hotel. I told my assistant one day, I have been researching car life. There's a whole community of people that live in their cars, and a whole community of people that live in their RVs, and a whole community of people that live in vans. Van life, car life, RV life. And I loved what I was seeing. I just thought, wow, these people, I can do that. I can do this, I think. And I ended up in my car, and it's been, like I said, 3 years. And then
Now, mind you, this is a woman who was part of a multi-platinum selling group. En Vogue sold over 20 million albums, won many awards, Grammy nominated, and we know En Vogue gave us hit after hit after hit, okay? They were those girls back in the day, but they had a botched deal just like a lot of these groups ended up with, so a lot of the money they didn't see.
Anything, this is what the attorney also told us when I brought that attorney, and he said, in order for Sylvia to not only did she have to let you guys go, she would have to break you guys off some paper to pay you to let you go, because you guys made 2 pennies a record. I should not be the only one who's pissed off at the fact that we're only making 2 cents a record. And
now that unfair pay is what caused Dunn to leave the group in 1997. Now, she did try to come back in 2005, but she left for the same reasons: unfair pay. She tried again in 2009, but left again because she did not agree with her contract. And in 2012, the girls had it out. So there was a legal battle over the name En Vogue. So Dunn and Maxine wanted to form a group called En Vogue to the Max. But the other members, Cindy and Terry, they had rights to the name, okay? So they couldn't just do what they wanted to do. Dunn later said that she felt pushed out and that the business side of the group was unfair to all of the members. So all of that played a part as to why Dunn is where she is today. Now, the argument at hand is Dunn living out of her car because she wants to or because she has to? Now, Dunn Robinson's ex-husband came out and said that he believes that she's crying out for help. Now, they were married for 10 years and the marriage wasn't the best. She alleged that he was abusive and basically wasn't a good husband. Now, these two have been divorced for about 15 years now, but he spoke publicly about Dunn. He believes this is a cry for help. He really wants people to understand and sympathize with her. And he's letting her know that he's here for her and he's wishing her the best. Now, I want you guys to listen to what he has to say and let me know what you think about this entire situation. But that's all I have for you, and I'll talk to you later.
I was married to Dawn for 10 years, texting me the same video of my ex-wife, the woman that I was in love with for about 10 years of my life, telling the world that she was sleeping in her car and was homeless. That either her mother put her out or her mom was making her life miserable. And immediately I knew all of that shit was not right. I know Barbara Jean Alexander, okay? That woman is an angel. Her mother and I talked, actually, we just talked yesterday. She'd never put her out. She'd never put her daughter in the streets. There's no argument that you could have with Barbara Jean that you could ever view as aggressive or mean-spirited. So I knew something else was going on. I don't know. I scroll through and I see people talking and people ripping her apart and putting their 2 cents in. But this music industry is demonic. It takes and it takes and it takes. It uses you up until you have nothing left, and then it seeks to destroy you for the ratings. Because the people at the top, they get paid on both ends, on your way up and on your way down. So if nothing else, I just want people to look at Dawn as a human being right now. I know Jermaine Dupri seems to feel like maybe this might be a hoax that she's doing or some kind of publicity stunt. Slim Thug had a more human take on what's happening, but those are men. What I want you to understand is that this is a woman, and while we can bounce back and end up in a position like I'm in right now, I'm an executive for Hilton. I make over $500,000 a year. Not everybody can do that shit without some help. So maybe you could call it survivor's guilt or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But when I see my ex, somebody that had my heart at one point in my life struggling, I don't believe that bullshit about her wanting to do van life or, you know, wanting to have to put a video out telling everybody that she's living in her car. I believe it was a cry for help, you know, so I reached my hand out to help. Sad part is, I don't think she'll take it. I'd love if she did, but this industry, it twists your head up so fucking tight that the only thing that matters is the crowd's approval, you know, and she doesn't have the crowd anymore. And she can't do anything to get that back. She don't really believe that. I know that's what all this is about, but she's struggling with something. I'm not a doctor, but I'm aware of, you know, mental health issues. I had one at a point in my life decades ago. I had problems with my temper. I had abandonment issues from being abandoned by my mother, abused, raped, incarcerated, molested throughout my childhood, my entire childhood. But I'm a man. I bounced back and worked through my mental health issues. But what about when you're the biggest girl group since the Supremes and you're conditioned by producers, predatory fucking producers, who know that they're gonna fuck you for every dime that you earn. But they feed you a bunch of hope and dreams, and you record album after album after album and never, ever, ever fucking get rich. Now you're older and the radio stations, they don't want to really play your new music. They don't want to play your music videos. They don't want nothing to do with you. You didn't get your big shot to put out your solo album, the bills start piling up, the shows start drying up, and you're getting older still. Your group kicks you out. You find another group. That group kicks you out. You finally meet the man that you want to marry, and you marry him. Then he kicks you out. But you still have dreams. And the people that come, they don't quite know how to get it done for you. So you get bitter, and you get angrier. You start to be demanding, and people look at you like, who the fuck are you to be demanding? You haven't had a hit in years. What have you done for me lately? And then you get angrier and more bitter. And then you get left alone. Because you lash out a lot. Because you started out that really sweet girl with all these dreams that were coming true, where you did the work and you did what you were supposed to do, what you were directed to do. And the money came and you didn't get any of it. Now nobody wants to work with you. What the fuck did she do wrong? No record labels want to sign you because in the meantime, Napster just happened. And people stop buying music. The fans that love you so much, they steal your music now. And then they read about you sleeping in your car. Half of these twisted fools out here and down in the comments, they're living their own psychosis. We understand that. Half of them are hoping that they hear a sad ending. The other are praying for your success. And your mind is desperately swimming in survival mode, trying to figure out how to get your head above the water so you can breathe. She's drowning, guys. She's fucking drowning. That's what I think. But that's just a human take on it. And who am I? The guy that left her, the guy that bad-mouthed her decades ago, calling her a spoiled bitch, among other things. Yeah, that's me. But at the time, I was hurt because I didn't know how to respond to her pain. You know what I mean? But I've had a long time to think about it, a lot of life to learn how to read, and I don't want people to misread her. So I know she doesn't want help from me or anybody else. I don't blame her. She needs help in ways that most people can't provide. She needs some fucking professional courtesy, some love, some empathy, a time machine. She needs a fucking job. So I hope I was able to shed a little bit of light on the struggle that's happening in this situation. So Dawn, if you're seeing this, you know, and I know you are, I'm really sorry that I was one of the many, many people who disappointed you. But don't let that keep you from digging out of this. I believe in you. I always have, I always will. And I know you can do it. So I just wanted to put this video together to put some perspective on everything. We're all just humans out here trying to make shit happen. Human shit happens to everybody. Hollywood is a illusion. Everyone that acts like they have money, they don't. We had managers renting our cars, buying our cars, putting us in rented mansions and, you know what I mean, rented clothes. We had to return the clothes after the videos. We had to buy our own Grammy Awards and buy our own gold plaques. It's all a fucking dream. It's all bullshit. But what's happening to her right now is very real, and it could end up really fucking bad. And I don't want to see that happen.